Hello, and welcome to DeKalb Talks Tourism. This is our great tourism podcast, and we have a wonderful person with us, Morgan Harrison. Tell us a bit about yourself, Morgan.
Hi, thank you guys for having me. Like you said, my name is Morgan Harrison. I am Director of Marketing and Events at Silverbacks Park. We're just a little bit up the road from you guys in Atlanta, and we are a sports park that hosts like any kind of sports. We have 4 full-size soccer fields and 1 5v5 field, but we host events, tournaments, camps for soccer, lacrosse, rugby, anything that you can think of. And then we also have a full-service restaurant and bar on site as well called Willie B's, and that's kind of like our hangout spot, concession stand, event space for anything that we kind of have going on at the park.
Well, Morgan, how did you get into this position? What's your background to get into being this sports person?
Yeah, well, I've always been in sports. I went to Kennesaw State and I played soccer there couple years ago. I played soccer all my life. And then funny story, my COVID story. So I actually graduated in 2020. So my senior year kind of got chopped up by quarantine. And so I was doing an internship at the time, but it got canceled because of quarantine. And so once we were kind of coming out of it, I was just emailing around any place that I had been, basically like, hey, can I help y'all in any way? And I had played at Silverbacks Park a long time ago in a women's league. And so I just contacted them and I was just like, these are the skills I have to offer. If you guys need anything, I'd love to be a part of it. And they got back to me and I went out and did a little interview walkthrough, and it just kind of like blossomed from there. I started off just as like an assistant, taking pictures, helping out with social media. And as the park grew, my role grew, and now I'm kind of like the in-house marketing director, help out with the events that we put on, and run the sponsorship program, and then some other little odds and ends go along with that.
You mentioned some events. Can you talk about some of the events you have going on or in the future, or what's some of your biggest events?
Yeah, we have a lot going on, especially getting into the summer. It's the busy season for us for sure. We have a couple teams that call Silverbacks home. So Rugby ATL is the professional rugby team for Atlanta, and we're their home field. We have a couple home matches coming up for them, May 20th, June 2nd, and June 10th. And then we have the Atlanta Hustle, which is Atlanta's pro ultimate disc team. And their home games coming up are May 27th, June 17th, and July 22nd. They're a lot of fun. And that's just kind of like a consistent thing that we have going on. But then we have some different kinds of events. Like we have a watch party for the Women's World Cup. So on July 21st is the first game. And hopefully, a lot of people know that the women's U.S. national team is a really good team. And so we'll be having watch parties for them. We do watch parties for Atlanta United when they have some like bigger games coming up. And then we have a big game for lacrosse actually in early next year. And that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the lacrosse has already started. Like we had a meeting probably a month or two ago with the person who's bringing the University of Massachusetts and the Army West Point. It's in February of next year, I believe.
Yes, and they're actually, I hope I'm getting my date right. I think it's the 27th of May. They're having a watch party, that same group, for the Final Four in the NCAA tournament for lacrosse at Willie B's at Silverbacks. They have a lot of people coming out for it within their group. And then, some of our people are going to be coming to hang out, see what lacrosse is about. Because a lot of people in the South don't know it as well as they do up north. So we're excited for that.
So UMass is going to be in the Final Four?
I'm not even sure. I don't.
Just the group putting it together is wanting to have the party.
I think that they're, trying to get some buzz started for the game that's going to be here. And so we're just getting into the tournament, just like, we would for March Madness or the World Cup, just like getting excited about lacrosse. It's a chance for people to come out, like see what the sport's about. They're going to be helping us like learn the rules. If you're, for us soccer people who might not know lacrosse that well, they're going to be there to help us like learn the rules and all that stuff and just really get excited to watch a really big game live at the park.
So you're going to have lacrosse with college. You already have professional rugby. You have professional ultimate frisbee.
Yes.
Now, are you? Do you have any type of big soccer events going on soon?
Yes. We have on June 2nd and 3rd, actually, one of our renters is putting on a big tournament. It's called Copa Orgullo. And it's kind of like the semi-professional level. They put up a lot of money and there's like thousands of dollars in cash prizes, and teams come from all over the country and really all over the world to compete in this tournament. And then every now and then we'll have teams from South America come in. We just had Shelahu come from Guatemala. And so we put on different games like that with the help of our renters from time to time as well.
Now, I've heard from several different people we've had on the podcast show that you've done some massive renovations to the stadium. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we've really been working on improving as we grow. We just want to make sure that we're giving back to all our customers and making the park better. We've returfed the fields earlier this year, and so brand new turf in the stadium and on our field 4, our top field. New nets like all around the whole park, just to make the playing experience better. It sucks if you have to wait 5 minutes to go grab a ball out of the parking lot. So just trying to keep the speed of play high, things like that. We've done some renovations to our bar. We've added a covered patio. It gets super hot, so just want to have some shade out there for people who want to watch games or just hang out. And then different improvements around our parking lot. Everyone knows parking in Atlanta is a nightmare, and even though it's always a problem, we're just trying to make it that much easier for everyone any way we can.
Now, Willie B's, do you still have that giant blow-up gorilla?
I'm sure we have it somewhere. We don't put it out that much anymore, but we broke out the old mascot suit the other day for a little photo shoot, so we might have a gorilla making an appearance here and there.
We know this bureau used to have that giant blow-up gorilla, and we took it to all the George on My Mind days. We had a giant gorilla for Willie B, and we had a giant dinosaur for Fernbank.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it ended up moving on to you all, so where you could use it all the time.
I definitely need to ask about that because that's something that I'd love to have up. We're really embracing our gorilla mascot these days. I just heard about the zoo. I think it's the original Willie B, like his son just had like a baby gorilla. And it's so cute. I just saw that on Instagram the other day.
Oh, you need to bring it out to the park.
That would be amazing.
That would be very cool
Yeah.
to have the baby Willie B
Yeah.
at the show. So what's some of your creative ideas, like bringing Willie B? What's your creative ideas to bring people out to the park?
Yeah, we've been getting into a lot of new stuff. When I started, and I'm sure when the park got started, it was just like, all about soccer. That's how we started with like the pro team back in the day, and that's still always going to be at our core, but we're really trying to expand into things like rugby. Since we've had rugby ATL, we've had different groups bringing in, like we had the rugby club like nationals last year, and just different things like that. We'd like to bring in different sports. We have a flag football league that plays at the park, and all kinds of things like that are a lot of fun just for our own players, because we run our own 7v7 leagues, and that's a big part of our business. We've started new leagues, like a Saturday Open League, where just like anybody come play. We'll put you on a team just to get people introduced to the sport and to come out and like enjoy that. With our leagues, we have an all-star game now, and that's a lot of fun for everybody. We do a whole nominations and voting system, and it's a lot of fun for everybody. And then we actually are dropping our new menu in the bar today. So that's been a lot of fun to create with everybody's had a hand in that. We went to the Gordon Food Show. We've been trying new things, asking people what they're into. And so we're really excited with that too, just to spice things up a bit.
Now, the bar restaurant's only open during games, or is it open all the time?
Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of both when it comes to our business. So we have it open right now. It's kind of like with our leagues and things like that, and that's every night. So our leagues run from like 5:30 to late on weeknights, and then all day on the weekends. And so that's kind of when we're open. So basically, like evening, dinner, late on weekdays, and then all day on weekends.
So, for our listeners, can you tell us where exactly Silverbacks Park is located? Easiest way to get there.
Yeah. Okay. Directions are not my strong suit, but I would say so. I live on the west side, so I come from 285 and get off on North Crest, and then you would turn left, and on North Crest, we're actually on Atlanta Silverbacks Way. That's the street we're on. So it's kind of hard to see from the road, but we've got some signs up on our gate, and so you just turn right down our little road if you're coming from Chambly Tucker. Then we'll be on your left across from the driving range.
Right.
A lot of people know that driving range. Yeah. And they'll be like, I didn't even know there was a soccer park back here. And
so you're convenient off of North Crest and you're convenient off of Chambly Tucker Road.
Yes.
Both of them off of 285.
Yes. Right there, nestled in Spaghetti Junction.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're a perfect location, easy to get to see the game. You've got your own restaurant and bar. You can go out and have other dining opportunities. Great location for hotels coming in for your big tournaments.
Yes.
We definitely have enjoyed working with you with the ultimate frisbee and with the lacrosse, UMass and West Point tournament championship coming up, and just everything. So we're very excited about that. Any fun stories to tell us from the park or from your time being there?
Oh, yeah. There's always something crazy going on there. We've got a lot of players so with our leagues, it's like so Tuesday will be co-ed, Wednesday will be men's open. And so it's the same people every week. And they're always coming back. And I know that they have a lot of fun in the bar. And out in our leagues, it's kind of like, it's almost like a country club kind of vibe. Like you see all your same people all the time, but it's just soccer and just like sports. And so we always have people who are messing with our refs, but then they'll like go hang out in the bar with them after. And it's like you're slide tackling each other on the field, and then you're like having a beer right after. And so I just have a lot of fun with everybody there. I play in our leagues too, and so I get to see it from both sides, and I just really enjoy. Everybody knows everybody, and it just like creates a really nice community there.
Now, were you at the stadium? We brought in the Nigerian Olympic soccer team, and they actually did an exhibition game out there for the Olympics in Brazil. Were you around then?
I was not, but I have seen the pictures actually. Jose, one of my coworkers, his office is like a museum of everything that's happened at Silverbacks. I've seen the picture of the Nigerian team that he has, like them all lined up before they played, and he's got all kinds of stuff like that. Like I know that they did an event one time, and Mia Hamm was there. We have like a signed poster from her. They had a few women's national team players come out for an event. I know back when he was with Atlanta United, Joseph Martinez came out for an event, and he was like signing stuff and doing all these kinds of things. And we definitely have a very rich like history when it comes to soccer in Atlanta, and a lot of people don't really realize it.
Any plans for like creating a little museum or exhibition or anything like that at the park?
As far as we've gotten with that is having a trophy case with different trophies from our leagues, and then all the different things that we have collected over the years. But something more grand like that would definitely be possible because we have enough stuff for it.
That's what it sounded like when you said you had the Nigerian Olympic team. Like in my office, I've got a soccer ball signed by all of the team. Mm-hmm. So when you put that together and you have the pictures and the memorabilia, it'd be kind of cool later on down the road to have a place, or even if it's something near the restaurant or something like that, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely, like I said, we have the stuff for it, and a lot of people don't know, and that's like a great combination to really put it on display and let people know kind of like all the things that we've been a part of in the community, because I just came in, I guess we're getting close to 3 years now at the park, and I'm just like learning all this stuff about the place that I work. And so many people would probably love to hear about the place that they've come to know, where they play, where their kids play, like all that kind of stuff.
So you've been there 3 years. Are there any big hurdles you've had to overcome or any great opportunities you see going forward?
Yeah, definitely. We have a small team, and that's really great sometimes, and it's a lot of work sometimes, but we're a really tight group, and I think that helps us out a lot. So we're always all there for each other and helping each other out. But, with a growing business of any size, it's a lot, and everybody is wearing a bunch of hats. But I think that's what makes it work, because everybody there is so talented and passionate about the park. And so it's really a special place already to us, but I just see really big things in the future.
Now, do you see any other pro teams that you would like to have out there, or if you can disclose any conversation, if you can or not, or do you just see pro teams that you would like to bring out there to be home?
Yeah, definitely. I would, obviously, we have Atlanta United already, but there's just so many levels of soccer in the U.S. and people don't realize. And I would love to get a soccer team back at the park, calling the park home, of any level. Obviously, I'm very close to women's soccer, and so I would love to see a bigger presence when it comes to women's soccer at the park. And even if it's not like a home team for a full season situation, I think we definitely have the capacity and have the ability to host different teams in different ways, just like we're doing with this lacrosse game coming up in 2024. Just being a destination for teams to play, different teams. If it's just one game, like we would really like to bring big teams, big games to this area, because everything is just downtown. But we have a lot to offer, and we could definitely host some really cool games.
Don't you have a major with switching back to the Atlanta Hustle? Mm-hmm. Isn't there a big media day that they're going to have the game televised and all that coming up?
Yes, I am not off the top of my head. I don't know which day it is, but they do have every season they have one of their games is the nationally broadcast one. I can definitely follow up with that with you and get you that information. But and that's really exciting. Rugby does that as well. And so that's a lot of fun, because we get to kind of present what we have to offer on a bigger scale. And so I'm excited for that, for rugby and for Hustle.
Do you have a dream soccer team you would like to come and see at Silverbacks?
Yes, I'm partial, but I would definitely have to say the U.S. Women's National Team. Definitely a big fan of them and what they've done for soccer in the U.S. in general, and just for women's soccer. They have won, numerous World Cups, Olympics, and it's just really important for soccer in the U.S., I think, that team. But then I guess if I'm really getting crazy, my team is Chelsea for Premier League, and so that would be really cool. But I know they're coming in this summer, actually, for the summer series thing.
What about Real Madrid?
Oh yeah, I follow them. I try to keep up with all that's going on, and I know they're doing well. I think they're in Champions League. They're in the semifinal right now, so that would definitely be really cool.
Well, I guess I toured their stadium in Madrid, Spain, and that's why I guess I thought about that museum and all tied together. So what about the FIFA World Cup? Are you all gearing up to do some things with Atlanta with that?
Yes, definitely. We're very excited. We had some really big watch parties for the last World Cup, Men's World Cup, and it's all, part of the plan, getting ready for the next Men's World Cup that's going to be in the U.S. And of course, Atlanta's going to be hosting some games, and so we just really like to be involved in any way possible, and definitely going to be having some watch parties for the games that are here, or here as in U.S., maybe not in Atlanta. And then we'd love to get involved if we can with just events to get excited for it. If we could have some players coming out to promote and get people excited. If we could do with our watch parties, we normally have them in the bar, but for something as big as this, we plan to have a really big screen out on the field and do the whole stadium full to watch some of these games.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. And by then, the park's going to be just like it's changed from my first day to the 3 years it's been to now. It's going to change in the 3 years until the World Cup. And so it's just going to be a really cool place to be a part of when the World Cup is here.
Well, we're about to wrap up. Do you have any last minute stories or any activities or events you want to talk about before we close?
I guess the biggest things are, we mentioned the hustle and rugby ATL. Just for people that are local, these games are a lot of fun to come out to, and it's really easy. If you're close, you don't have to deal with what you might have to deal with going to games downtown. You can just pop on over and hang out with us and learn about rugby or ultimate frisbee if you don't already know. Same thing goes for soccer. We're having this series of World Cup watch parties for the Women's World Cup. We have a series of watch parties for Atlanta United. All this is on our website and our event calendar. And we really want to get into, watching sports with the community. And so that's kind of our project for the summer.
Well, Morgan, we really appreciate you coming on our show, and we'll probably have to have you back when we do the big UMass West Point,
of course,
and then other events you have coming on. So you're welcome back anytime. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to thank you for being on our show, and thank you for listening and being a part of DeKalb Talks Tourism. Thank you.
Thank you.